Hey everybody, this is Sam from Korean Association, and right now we're here at Tacoma Community College. This is our very first mental health town hall ever. And so we're here supporting the community here at Tacoma Community College with also with kimbap and tteokbokki that we're donating for our audiences. And Ishan, you want to get in here? Yeah.
You can come in too.
Okay. Michelle, you want to come? Yeah. Okay, so we got the whole crew here, and I wanted to just introduce the crew from Hope Bridge. And Hope Bridge is a mental health organization focused on youth, and specifically our AA and HPI youth. And it was started by students from Eastlake High School. And so why don't you guys go around and introduce yourselves.
Okay, so I'm Arnav, one of the co-founders from Hope Bridge, and it's an organization based on for Asian teen mental health in the King County area and expanding even greater and larger.
Yeah. My name is Arjun. I'm also a co-founder. This organization was started 5 months back with the intention to expand greater and greater.
I'm Ishan. I'm also a co-founder, and a main reason this was started was because our high school and our middle school was around 60% Asian, and just seeing how everyone wasn't truly being themselves really has a deep impact in our hearts.
And my name is Rishi. I'm one of the co-founders of Hope Bridge, and again, like they said, right, we notice a lot of problems with the Asian teen diaspora, and I think gathering those perspectives is what we're trying to do right now.
I'm Navia, and I really wanted to make sure that people know that their mental health is more important than any of their achievements that they have throughout their life.
All right, thank you so much. So why don't you talk about you're touching on a very important topic, right? And so how are you kind of getting this message across right now? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Currently, we've just been spreading awareness as we've just recently started the organization. So we've been spreading awareness through programs like our podcast that we just recently started, our story project, where we share anonymous stories from teens and anybody. We've gone to many schools across our district and Issaquah School District, just getting these stories anonymously and sharing them out.
I think some of the ways that we're planning to do this is also through online. On our website, we also include the story project, and we're planning to expand nationwide to greater share awareness about people's stories and what struggles that they face in the mental health space.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead, yeah.
And another way we're doing this is that on our website we also have a resource hub and a support tab where all of the resources and support which you could possibly need is compiled into one small area, which anyone who's struggling can go there and look at it. It's all on hopebridgecommunityservices.org.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, I mean, I think that covered it, but no, I have a mic. So maybe I can ask, and then whoever wants to share can share, but kind of if somebody's hearing about you for the first time, what would be and perhaps there's a student, high school student or junior high or college, whatever that is kind of thinking, or what is this all about? Or I'm kind of curious, and maybe I might be kind of struggling myself. What would be your encouragement to that student? Yeah.
I think our main piece of encouragement would be that, we're in such a competitive environment right now, right? And people beat themselves down. There's a lot of comparison, and I think a big part of that story project is showing other people's stories that you're not alone in this, right? Yeah. Everyone's doing this with you. You're not alone, right? And your perspective matters as much as everyone else's. So.
Great. Okay. Would you like to share? Yeah.
I think he covered it all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's also new, so she's started. Yeah.
That doesn't mean she can't think, but I'm kidding. But Ishan, do you want to say something to that, or what's your encouragement to a young person?
I think everyone the one main thing which I have is the stigma which is right now is not okay, right? The stigma, we have to let it go. And I think the one thing is everyone must speak up, right? If you're feeling something, please reach out. Your school counselors, anyone at your school, your teachers, real counselors, mental health professionals, just reach out, speak it. Don't let it all stay inside of yourself, because that'll just hurt you.
Yeah, awesome. Well said, well said. So I want to also hear from maybe if you had an opportunity to speak to parents, and we have an opportunity maybe here today too. What would be your encouragement for the parents? Yeah.
So one piece of encouragement for parents is that if someone is struggling, like a student or a kid, that you have to be more supportive and encouraging rather than a lot of this seen a lot in the Asian diaspora that kids are told from the very start that they have to be perfect, get everything right, and do all that. And that's just, at least for me, I don't feel like that's the right way to go. Anyways.
Yeah. I think that one of the biggest things is that when you're a teenager, you think a lot of the stuff that you do is going to decide your future. And I think there's a lot of like stories and awareness that we could spread that change that kind of stigma around what you do. Obviously, parents put a lot of pressure on their kids to do great, and kids also put a lot of pressure on themselves. But I think it's important to know that when you're a teenager, that's only the first segment of your life, and everything that you do there, obviously, if you stress a lot, that's gonna worsen your mental state a lot more, and just de-stressing through that, but by thinking that there's always other opportunities is a great way to solve that.
Okay, awesome. We'll take one more. Any other? Yeah, okay.
I think another main point that we need to add, right, is our perspectives. Because again, story project, perspectives, right? Families also, our parents, different perspectives, grew up in a completely different world, right? And, whether you're first generation, second generation, doesn't matter. The perspectives are always different. So learning to look from both perspectives and then, correlating as, your experience with your kids, I think is a great way.
Okay. Awesome. And then Ishan, finally, why don't you speak? And then finally, how can people get more involved with Hope Bridge? Yeah.
So we actually have like a couple things coming up. So firstly, we have just released our podcast, which releases on the last Thursday of every month. So you can listen in. We have guest speakers who are coming in, talking with us about like really deep topics and all. And so you can listen in. Then we have monthly workshops every single month. So there's workshops. So our first workshop is actually tomorrow. It's about de-stressing the college application process. And as the college application season comes around, that would be a great thing. And we have a guest speaker. And then we also have like a digital culture series starting up where Asian business leaders, then like fine arts, and just we really wanted to see like the whole culture diaspora of everyone. So like we can have like awareness in the community about everyone's cultures.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. This is Hope Bridge. Teenagers, what have I done with my life? They've already founded their own kind of organization and nonprofit, but it's such an important cause, right? Particularly so I can relate 100% to everything you're saying, growing up in a Korean household and how kind of that generational and cultural gap with our generation and our parents' generation. We want to be empathetic to both sides, but I think understanding mutually is really important. So that name, Hope Bridge, is very, very poignant and significant because we have hope, but we also want to be the bridge.
Exactly.
So that sums it up right there. And
thanks so much.
Yeah, and we want to thank Tacoma Community College, our mental health advisor, Andy Song, also for setting this up. And also, we got a lot more kimbap and tteokbokki left over there. It doesn't cost anything. So if you feel like hot food, go get some, okay? Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
The Hope Bridge 5K, maybe we're going to talk about that.